Drones as a service, a control layout to provide mission designing, useful resource agent, and operation assistance for fleets of drones. Abstract drone as a service, associate unmanned aerial vehicle, unremarkably called a drone is associate craft while not somebody's pilot aboard. A drone may be a flying automation which will be remotely controlled or fly autonomously through package-controlled flight plans in their embedded systems, operating in conjunction with aboard GPS and sensors. Drones aren't any longer military weapons or toys for hobbyists, they're powerful information capture tools to support essential business choices. In ancient drone procedure, there's a minimum of one person necessary to work one drone among visibility vary. In several cases here somebody's supervisor is consistently remotely connected to a drone as if he/she were the pilot. However, with the progress in science and adaptation of legal conditions for the operation of unmanned aerial vehicles to industrial needs, this opens an automatic end-to-end service known as DaaS. Drones-supported demand service is referred to as drones as a service, DaaS, wherever it's a homogenous on-demand service provision wherever the client solely pays for the outcome, business value, in type. DaaS is additionally a service model that is developed to exercise central management of one or a lot of sets of drones by a restricted and economically excusable range. In DaaS, drone collects necessary information that is processed through machine learning network and generates image recognition or predictions that permit static or real-time information to the user. Because it provides a finish-to-finish resolution with the collected information, it trains itself within the same method a specialist will and provides an answer that is ready to act smarter, quicker, and a lot of economical and work as a web for the current method or perhaps replace it. Keywords: drone, fleet management, emergency management, unmanned traffic management, optimization, drone as a service. Introduction. Drones are unmanned aircraft controlled by the remote controllers and it doesn't need special coaching to control them in air. It will navigate autonomously while not human management. Additionally, drone stands for Dynamic Remotely Operation Navigation Equipment. Drones are accessible in many types, sorts, and their prices supported options, functionalities they supply. Drones use sensible computing devices for knowledge capturing with the assistance of wireless technologies. Drones are equipped with a totally different state-of-the-art technology like infrared cameras, GPS, and optical device, consumer, business, and military UAV. Drones are controlled by Remote Communication Systems, GSC, and additionally mentioned as a ground cockpit. Drones are commonly referred to as unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV. The nose of the unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, is wherever all the sensors and guidance systems exist. The remainder of the body is jam-packed with drone technology systems since there's no want for the area to accommodate humans. The engineering materials want to build the drone are extremely complicated composites designed to soak up vibrations that decrease the noise made. These materials are flare weight. An unmanned aerial vehicle system has two elements, the drone itself and therefore the system. Drone as a service, DaaS, is simply one in all the new business models that seem to emerge from the stormy quality of the little, remote-controlled flying machines. DaaS integrates each idea productized analytics and digital twins in an exciting new domain. Drone services, additionally referred to as remote-controlled aerial vehicle, UAV, services, is that the rising marketplace for services designed around flying robots that may be pilotless or flown autonomously, victimization software-controlled flight plans in their embedded systems. Commercial drone services are developing unmanned aerial vehicle services, generally mentioned to as drones as a service, to help factories like agriculture, construction, search and rescue, package delivery, industrial scrutiny, insurance, and videography, with tasks like grouping representational process or broadcasting events. DaaS remains prosperous from hardware to computer code to applications of drones together with the process in cloud beat one place. Drones aren't any longer military weapons or toys for hobbyists, they're powerful knowledge capture tools to support vital business choices. Drones will give businesses with styles of knowledge they need ne'er had access before. Drone service suppliers are centered on ensuring numerous styles of UAVs match customers' desires, that the skills needed might vary in numerous vertical markets. For instance, drones are also equipped with a spread of cameras and sensors for capturing still pictures, video, thermal pictures, and multispectral pictures or drone-related computer code for coming up with flights, flying remotely, analyzing captured knowledge and checking for compliance with drone laws. The best classification of drones is created on the basis of aerial platforms like size, cost, etc. supported the kind of aerial platform, and there are 4 major styles of drones. 1. Multi-rotor drones. 2. Fixed-wing drones. 3. Single-rotor drones. 4. Hybrid drones. 2. Problem statement. It is an approach of automation of drone where the services like keeping the track of information regarding path design, object detection, and controlling. Designing such a framework which includes collecting the data from the object and tries to analyze it using various algorithms and forms a replica and stores in its database and continuously updates itself whenever new version of it is found. By storing replica, it can easily identify similar objects seen before and can also predict results using machine learning by having the previous history, which helps the application of drone in providing door services without the intervention of human activities. 3. Literature survey. How to give management tools for non-expert users to specify drone-based missions is today a challenge. Automation. Authors in 2 propose a system within which an in-depth flight setup is mechanically generated for every multi-copter concerned, preventing collisions between multi-copters and obstacles, and guaranteeing the preservation of no-fly zones. A way to facilitate the teleoperator task is addressed in 3. During this system, a selected interface provides a period of time environment adaptive viewpoints that were mechanically designed to enhance safety and operation. This permits to handle things within which near objects will generate collision hazards and frequent occlusion will hinder correct manipulation. The system uses coincident localization and mapping based mostly reconstruction and combines automaton position and orientation, and knowledge of 3D point cloud to switch the user viewpoint to maximize visibility. In 4. A tool to outline and period of time handle examination missions is represented. Through the employment of straightforward geometric volumes, missions are simply designed, and also the period of time workings of the system permits on-the-fly mission trade and adjustment if there's a requirement for modification. Determining optimum observation altitudes is that the main issue self-addressed in 5. Authors aim at minimizing the value of the flight whereas making certain the police work of all targets. In 6, a fleet of autonomous lightweight UAVs coordinate themselves in real time. The utilization of UAV fleets for atmospherically science is self-addressed in 7, a way to manage the trade-offs between payload, endurance, or easy deployments are a number of the aspects that are thought about by the Skyscanner project, that aims at developing a fleet of UAV to sample cumuli. To do so, it's required optimum control and intelligent cooperative missions. The safety and security of autonomous drone missions throughout the flight is that the issue in 8. 4. Architecture. DaaS is a combination of productized analytics and digital twin. Productized analytics is the measure of the whole quantity of information collected from the merchandise and predicting the result with the assistance of the analysis technique. Digital twin refers to a digital duplicate of physical assets, devices, people, etc. which may be used for varied functions. The digital twin idea represents the convergence of the physical and virtual world wherever each industrial product can get a dynamic digital illustration. A digital twin unendingly learns and updates itself from multiple sources to represent its close-to-time period standing operating condition, or actual position. During a combined approach, DaaS mechanically collects the info from the merchandise and tries to investigate it victimization varied algorithms and forms a reproduction and stores in its information and unendingly updates itself whenever a brand new version of it's found. By storing a reproduction, it will simply determine similar objects seen before and may additionally predict results victimization machine learning by having the previous history. Fig.1. Combination of digital twin and productized analytics. Operating drones of economic purpose use aerial information capturing devices with the potential for a litany of sensors, though at this early stage the information is captured largely using cameras, where the device will be connected to an information storage and analytic pipeline, very similar to productized analytics. Drones will then additionally contribute to the creation of digital twins as a result of the information they capture is therefore novel and valuable that it permits firms to fashion fully formed, high-resolution models of assets, and full processes. For example, a company may produce a digital twin of all their stockpiles with a replacement level of accuracy. Drone-generated information will facilitate firms to represent their physical assets, perceive usage, and dive into failure rates. This data will then be wont to facilitate with short and long-run foretelling, planning, and application creation. Drones supply a mixture of high-resolution representational process and flying sensors that offer discourse data regarding the conditions within which it's in operation, giving digital twins with a lot of richer and deeper scope. However, it's the consolidated read of the business that generates the worth. With a gigapixel rather than a megapixel view of business will reach for brand new levels of optimization. Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning area unit major contributors to the expansion of drone business. AI will impact each facet of a drone program from hardware to information analysis and insights. Higher analysis and recognition tools permit human specialists to hone in quickly on information points that will need a choice, serving to them to be a lot of correct, a lot of consistent, and more practical in their work. Machine learning is another approach to programming a laptop to try and do a fancy task. Instead of feeding a laptop a collection of directions telling it the way to do one thing, you tell the PC however you'd am fond of it to retort and reward it once it will the proper issue. This kind of machine learning is termed reinforcement learning. It relies on a huge sum of input data which will be fed to the computer so that it can learn what actions to will provide it with return. Implementation. Data transmission. The cellular connected UAV is used by drone. Namely drone camera, drone delivery, and drone wireless relaying. The new wireless technologies make use of enhanced UAV ground communication instead of point-to-point communication. Cellular connected drones make it possible for the ground pilot to remotely command and control the drone with essentially unlimited operation range. It provides an efficient solution to take care of wireless connectivity between drones and various users like traffic controllers and end users no matter their location. By this live videos can be sent directly from drones to distant audiences worldwide. The basic communication between drone and network happens in two ways. 1. Control and non-payload communication, CNPC. 2. Payload communication. CNPC is used because it is usually of low data requirement, usually hundreds of kbps, and also has stringent requirements on ultra-reliability, high security, and low latency. Several base stations, BS, can be reused which is already deployed worldwide without creating new infrastructure dedicated to drone alone. Working of drone camera. 1. Drones are programmed to fly a course at a group elevation. At a preset measure, pictures are taken. These photos overlap enough to form a seamless image compiled of the collage of images. Fig.2. Image of data collected. 2. By utilizing GCPs, ground control point, knowledge accuracy is often increased to 1 to 2 inches as opposition 3 feet or a lot of in native dereferencing. 3. GCPs are collected with high accuracy, survey-grade GPS. Points are then foreign into the image process package. 4. After management points are collected and also the aerial photography is brought into the system, points are manually elite from multiple photos to reach the high accuracy results. 5. Data that has been collected by drones and has been manipulated via post-processing will yield several results like elevation and volume calculations. The process involved in making drones smarter. The steps involved creating self-flying drones. 1. Drone footage. 2. Object detection. 3. Path designing. 4. Control. Step 1. Drone footage as a primary step. We want to induce some drone footage. You'll notice drone footage you'll use here, datasets SenseFly. SenseFly's established skilled drone solutions alter the gathering and analysis of geospatial knowledge. Step 2. Object detection. Object detection may be a renowned task in PC vision that consists of finding within a picture some specific objects. Basically, given a picture, we wish our algorithmic program to figure bounding boxes, mistreatment pixels as coordinates, of wherever it believes their square measure some objects of interest, like dogs, trees, cars, and so on. Two approaches are accustomed to the detection of an object. 1. TensorFlow Object Detection Model. 2. Nanonets Machine Learning API. TensorFlow Object Detection Model. Steps involved in this model are: A. Download the TensorFlow model. Download the model with the acceptable model name that we want, through model_name. B. Build TensorFlow graph and variables. Now produce a category that really builds the network by downloading the model and storing it in a very TensorFlow graph, which may be accustomed to perform predictions. It creates totally different category variables joined to TensorFlow variables within the graph. This enables us to access each input and output variables of the TensorFlow model mistreatment-friendly Python variables. C. Outline the prediction method. Now, a brand new technique is additional to the category to try and do predictions. This technique takes a picture, feeds it into the input of our TensorFlow model, and evaluates the output variables by making a TensorFlow session. The article detection model features a variety of helpful output variables. The model outputs bounding boxes for all the objects it believes it's found in a picture, and apart from that, it outputs detection categories, i.e. what's the article, indexed from 1 to 90, and even its detection score, that encodes however assured it's that a precise object is really gifted. We are able to set a threshold that specifies that is the score level that we have a tendency to trust to be correct. Our threshold is quite low, only 0.5, as a result of we have a tendency to square measure handling pictures of individuals giving their back to the camera, running. For visualizing bounding boxes, we have a tendency to use drawing functions from the Python imaging library, PIL, to draw rectangles directly on the image. One vital factor that C is that the bounding box's coordinates are normalized between 0 and 1 as a float. D. Run prediction test images. Now, choose the photographs that we wish to the method. Clearly, on a drone, it might be a period of time method, wherever pictures go from a camera directly into memory so processed by the program. After this, the associate instance is made for the prediction category and a custom perform detection on the photographs. Nanonets Machine Learning API. Using Nanonets API, we will do prediction in a mere 2 steps. A. Get your free API key. Now, newly generated API key to the present terminal session with the subsequent command is to be used. Export nanonets_API_key equals replace _your API key. B. Prediction. The written output offers you the situation of the bounding in closed.json format and a confidence score between 0 and 1 that represents however certain the model is regarding the object's existence. Additionally, the program creates a replacement image with the bounding box, thus one will visually assess the performance of the model. Training a brand new model to drone has many challenges. 1. Computationally intensive. Coaching will take an extended time and large process power, usually requiring days of process on GPUs. 2. Annotations. Expanding upon a dataset suggests that marking the positions of all objects of interest in coaching pictures, by specifying their bounding boxes. This is often sometimes a labor-intensive task. 3. Training from scratch. Coaching any object detection model from scratch needs a huge quantity of information, usually within the order of 10, 1,000, 100,000 images. This not solely will increase process power, computation time, and annotation needs, however merely getting such an oversized dataset is troublesome. 4. Model selection. Choosing the proper model is hard. There are a range of various models like YOLO, Use Solely Look Once, SSD, Single Shot Object Detectors, ResNet, Residual Network, etc. Object detection model that disagree in performance looking on the task. 5. Hyperparameter tuning, choosing the proper parameters as equally as vital as choosing the proper model. There is unit 100s of hyperparameters sort of a range of layers, epochs, dropouts, and learning rates amongst others. Nanonets provide solutions to mitigate all of the above-mentioned 5 completely different challenges featured in training a drone. Training a model with Nanonets. 1. Cloud computing power. Nanonets utilizes Amazon Web Services, AWS, at the backend, which proposes all the concentrated calculation is performed on powerful bunches, with many CPUs and GPUs. 2. Skilled annotators. If you like to try to the annotations yourself, it supports each XML and JSON formats. Fig.3. Person jogging in front of a drone. 3. Pre-trained models. Nanonets use transfer learning. Their object detection models are pre-trained on an oversized range of various pictures of animals, people, vehicles, etc. Therefore their neural network is already adept at determining most objects, and solely wants a low quantity of more coaching for the actual classification task, e.g. to differentiate between cars and trucks, or between cats and dogs. 4. User-friendly API. The API is meant to be straightforward to use although you are not skilled in machine learning. Step 3. Person following / path planning. Being able to observe individuals is cool, however not enough, clearly, to perform person following. Given this data, we will really send high-level commands to our drones so as to follow the detected person. To actually observe the person in the area, we'd want additionally a depth prediction, however, which will be onerous to get, thus we will attempt to use some tricks with our bounding boxes data. Once the drone has detected an individual, it essentially has 4 numbers describing the box, its top left corner, x1y1, and its bottom right corner, x2y2. Given those, we will additionally simply compute the middle of the parallelogram and additionally its space. To reckon the world, we tend to solely have to be compelled to calculate the dimension as x2 x1, and also the height as y2 y1, and multiply them. As for the middle, it's computed merely as x2 plus x1, /2 and y2 plus y1, /2. The middle of the parallelogram will tell us if the person is focused within the image or if it's on the correct or left aspect. With this data, we will send an instruction to the drone of turning to the left or to the correct, with reference to its vertical axis, so as to bring the person within the center of the shot. Equally, we will command the drone to travel up or down if the person is detected to be within the higher part of the image. The world of the parallelogram offers rough data regarding however shut the person is. An even bigger rectangle implies that the person is incredibly shut, whereas a small parallelogram indicates that the person is way away. Supported this data, we will move the drone ahead or backwards so as to bring it to the specified distance to the person. Step 4. Control. The drone must be controlled either by remote controller or by GSC, Remote Ground System Control, systems that is named a ground cockpit. 6 Case study. A. Delivery process for an item using drones. There were various e-commerce companies that wanted to minimize their manufacturing units and tried to carry all the activities in one single firm like the retailer unit. One such was Amazon when it faced various difficulties like not-in-time delivery to its prime customers. By using drone, this problem can be reduced. Amazon Prime Air is the concept wherein Amazon is trying to deliver the products within 30 minutes with the help of drones. Drones make this task easier. Fig.4. Delivery process done by drone in each stage. B. Real-time monitoring of road traffic conditions and other events. One drone flies to accident's location and issues a report/alarm, video, then land and transmit its report/alarm over other drones in a multi-hop manner, until it reaches a roadside unit, RSU, that would have access to the network, 4G, and which can forward the report to the relevant entity. Flying roadside units equipped with miniature speed cameras can also detect overspeeding vehicles. Direct Short Range Communication, DSRC, enabled police cars on the ground to provide police agents with top-view video streaming to better assess traffic violations. C. To track person movements by drones. During sports events like live cricket match, to track each and every movement of the player on crease and on field was very difficult years ago. But now it is tracked by self-flying drones by following them and capturing time-to-time data and updating itself, so this made live broadcast of cricket much easier and more standard. So in recent years self-flying drones are flown on top of each player and data is collected and accurate results are given by the drone. The prediction done by the drone is so accurate even the minor mistake done by a player during the race is considered and is intimated to him that he is disqualified from the race. This is done accurately as it is trained by the nanonet concept. Conclusion. Although the utilization of economic drones is gaining quality, the technology's worth can vary widely across industries as use cases develop and grow. To produce higher business worth, drone service suppliers can get to target the accuracy information process and analysis furthermore as problems associated with managing huge information sets and data governance. They have to additionally navigate business risk aversion associated with drones, regulative procedure and privacy, and security considerations. Drones square measure designed to reduce time and improve the standard of labor. Effective use of drones will manufacture higher results which cannot be potential with traditional efforts of folks. Today's digital world, and since Asian country could be a huge contributor thereto, provides definite higher support for the utilization of drones in daily life. Future developments of drone technology embrace drones turning into smaller, lighter, additional economical, and cheaper. Therefore, drones are going to become associated with more wide obtainable to the overall public and that they can be used for an increasing scope of applications. It's to be expected that drones can become additional autonomous and additionally capable of an operation in swarms within the close to future.